Good morning, good day from beautiful South Florida. This is where I coach in the winters. It's the Wanderers Club, a very outstanding club and golf course in West Palm Beach area of Florida, about 10 minutes from the airport, West Palm Beach Airport in Wellington. The golf course was built with quality golf and quality club life in mind. So it's a wonderful place. You've heard me mention about halfway through my career I did a paradigm shift from learning and developing to a learning developing approach to instruction from a teaching fixing approach. And a great deal of that paradigm shift was supported by award-winning scientists and educators over the last 20 years. Some of the societies and associations and groups I've joined along the way is the Learning and the Brain Society, the ASTD, which is the American Society for Training and Development, the PDKI, the Phi Delta Kaplan International Education Association, the ASCD, the Association for Curriculum Development, and of course I've been a long-standing member of the PGA of America and the USGA. And I draw on research from everybody, added to what I'm learning in a lot of different places, and when I present things, I'm standing on the shoulders of those studies and research. One of the important elements of education is feedback. And this book by John Hyatt, Visible Learning, deals with feedback in a very understandable way. John did 15 years of research, over 5,000 studies with 50,000 students. He's the head of the Learning Lab at the University of New Zealand, and has some brilliant research. In talking about feedback, he points out that the best feedback, the very best feedback, is from the student to the provider of information. You know, what the student's inputs are usually important. The other feedbacks that are important are the difference between extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic is coming from something beyond the student. Extrinsic motivation would be to get the best grade I could get, or to be motivated for what trophy you're going to win, to be motivated to do as well as somebody else. Studies show that kind of motivation can really be damaging to learning, as opposed to intrinsic self-motivation. By giving students the tools to self-evaluate, we develop an intrinsic system that's compatible with the way the brain learns and the emotional system that runs the brain. Intrinsic motivation is much more powerful than extrinsic motivation. And one of the off-breeds of that is when the feedback is built around what's going wrong. When the feedback is telling students what's wrong, it's not as valuable as when the feedback is pointing out what to do, how to reach a workable outcome or a wanted outcome. That kind of feedback builds the tools of self-evaluation, which are much more valuable because they're intrinsic than some outside system telling you what's wrong.